Welcome to CEO. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. I've got Luke Lechner, CEO of Inform Athletics with me right now. Luke, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad.
Looking forward to it.
Glad you're here. All right, Luke, give our audience some background on who you are, what is Inform Athletics, and what you're doing for athletics from high school to college.
All right. Well, a little background on myself. As you said, my name is Luke Lechner. I just recently graduated from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I was a swimmer on the varsity team there for 3 out of my 4 years. And for about the past 15 years, I've always been, in competitive sports. And throughout, when I was going through the recruiting process personally in high school, I saw kind of a lot of flaws in the system. I was having to send do a lot of cold calls and send cold emails to coaches because I wasn't, at the top percent of athletes. So I had to show some initiative and reach out. And I thought it was just kind of, considering I was so close to being at the level where coaches were knocking down my door, I thought it could be simplified. So at that time and how it is currently, high school athletes are basically required to fill out an individual questionnaire for each school that they're interested in. And these questionnaires can take up to, 2 to 3, some, 2 to 3 hours or some a little less, depending on how extensive. And basically what Inform Athletics is, it's a web-based application that allows a high school athlete to fill out one questionnaire we call it the universal questionnaire, and send it out to as many colleges as they want with the click of a button. So just simplifying and streamlining that process.
Brilliant. That's a good move. And you're hitting a massive market. I think that you're first to market with this. Am I correct?
Well, we have some other competitors. They're just taking a different approach to it. So one is NCAA, and another is called Be Recruited and Huddle. There are other players in this field, but none of them are really simplifying it because it's not that rigorous of or complicated scenario. It's just pretty simple. You need to get your information out, but they're adding a lot of bells and whistles and not just really letting the athlete know exactly what to do step by step.
Okay, so that's a differentiator right now. You're keeping it as simple as possible to get the message across and get the maximum impact so that they get the best education possible as quickly as possible with the intro that you're providing. Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct. And another differentiator is we are free for the athletes. So instead of paying, up to $3,000 for a subscription, which is, one of the highest prices of our competitors, we're free for the athlete. So just trying to increase the amount of athletes that continue on to the collegiate level.
Okay, great. What is the business model here?
So we're starting off with private high schools, so marketing towards the athletic department at private high schools, and that department will pay for their entire student body to use it because they have the funds to do it. And we also want to, tie in public schools because that's a large majority of the athletes as well. So what we're doing at the beginning is when we sell to a private high school, they have the opportunity to sponsor a public school of their choice. So, it's good PR for them, and also, just they want to give back and help other athletes as well as athletes at their school. If that makes sense.
Got it. Got any success stories yet? Luke, do you have any success stories about your product?
Yes, we do. We actually, our first athlete that used our program, she's a swimmer in North Carolina, and she was in the middle of her junior year, and she signed up on our platform and sent out, used our platform to send out her application to, the coaches of her choice. And she was in a similar position to me when I was in high school, so kind of at the cusp of being an elite athlete. So she sent it out, and she recently committed to Indiana University to swim, which is one of the most elite swimming schools in the nation.
Great.
So she's super pumped about that.
I'm sure that'll be the first of many. Are you connected to all of the major colleges and universities throughout the country? And is it only in the U.S., or are you moving outside of the country also? Because some people do want to go abroad.
Yeah, no, definitely. So we do have every college coach and college team in the U.S. In our database. So there's no schools that we do not have. And as far as the international aspect, we don't have right now. We're not providing it for U.S. students that want to go abroad. However, there's a very large market of international students that want to come here for their sport. And I actually have a lot of connections in South Africa. We have one of our team members was on the Olympic team for South Africa, and he's actually going around and pitching it to the students in South Africa, in Cape Town and Johannesburg.
Got it. Anything I left out about what you're doing and where you're going?
No, I mean, as we're working on our sales, we're also kind of making some strategic partnerships with organizations like the YMCA and different organizations within the athletic environment.
Are you growing the company organically through sales that you're doing yourself, or are you also opening this up for investors to come in and work with you to take it to the next level?
So as of right now, it's just our team, which we have 6 members on our team. And in terms of looking forward and progressing, we are definitely looking for some investors. I think we may, start off with probably some angel investment, but it's something that we're definitely looking into in the next couple months.
Got it. All right, Luke, thanks for being a guest on the show. Really appreciate this, and I'll do what I can to help.
All right, I really appreciate it.
Thanks. You've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Don't forget, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.